Parasites. Not parasites. Parasite, mate. That's my shitty Australian accent. I don't know why I'm doing Australian because this movie's Korean. You're a fucking parasite, mate. Moving on. Another movie that we saw a few days ago was the Academy acclaimed Parasite. All right, so Parasite, directed by, I'm not gonna pronounce the original title. Okay. Again, don't kill me for butchering this. This is the original title in Korean. Gisang Chung. Gisang Chung. That's the original title. So, Parasite. A poor family, the Kims, con their way into becoming the servants of a rich family, the Parks. But their easy life gets complicated when their deception is threatened with exposure. Oh, it gets threatened, all right. I mean, this movie has been out for a while, so I think I could talk about spoilers, right? I'll put the spoiler alert. Directed by Bong. Oh fuck, these are gonna be a doozy. But all respect due to the cast and the people behind it. So I'll do my best to try to pronounce your names. Just want to give y'all props. Directed by Bong Joon-ho. Writers. He wrote it, so he's written and directed, and the screenplay. Okay, what else? This guy did the whole movie pretty much. The cast. I'll name the top 5. You know what? On second thought, just look up the cast, guys, because I don't want to fuck this up. Because it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. So Parasite again was about this, lower class family living in the gutter, in the basement. It starts with them having a meal. It looks like they were just eating junk food, just struggling to get by. The two parents, the brother and the older sister. So it leads to the brother being handed an opportunity by one of his friends to go and tutor this client of his, who happens to be part of a rich family, a wealthy family. So you see the two dynamics from lower class, broke, to complete wealth. So I see the subtle hints of wealth inequality, which is it's a current issue in the world today. So he goes and meets the girl. He meets the family. He meets the mother. He meets the nanny or the housekeeper, and he somehow manages to he builds a good rapport with the family, with the mother, and so the father he's like a wealthy businessman. I'm just going off recollection here, so I'm just thinking. Father's a wealthy businessman. They have a beautiful, huge home, and so the kid manages to bring in his sister, but he doesn't say it's his sister. He bullshits them and tells them, "Oh, I have someone that can help your son because the rich family's younger son has he's just full of energy. Let's put it that much." And so he encourages the mother to get him some art classes and stuff like that. So he convinces the mother to hire his sister, but she doesn't know it's his sister. She thinks it's like some random girl with credentials. So she's a good artist, and they forge documents to make it look like she's got like a lengthy resume and credentials and stuff like that. So they end up hiring her. So now they got two people in working for them. Then the daughter, the sister, the kid's sister. I'm not gonna name any people by names. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna call them brother, sister, mother, father. Brother, sister, mother, fucker. I'm just kidding. So try to follow me here, guys. All right. I'm just going to be rambling and telling you how much I enjoyed Parasite. All right. So just try to keep up here. So he gets the sister in to work, to help. So he's tutoring the girl, the rich family girl. And then his sister comes in to teach the little younger brother of the rich family. All right. You follow me still? So then I think what happens is, the sister, right? She gets, the wealthy father, he's a businessman, whatever. He has a driver. He has his own chauffeur. And she, one day after her finishing her shift there, working with the little kid, the father gets home and offers her for the chauffeur, this young dude, to give her a ride back to her home. And so she's driving him back, and he's driving her back. She's in the back seat, and then she gets this crazy idea of putting her panties in the back seat. So that was to eventually end up to get the driver fired, so that they can make room, so that their father can take his place. So I guess that's where the term parasite comes in, because they're infiltrating, little by little infiltrating this organism, this home, and eventually making it their own. So then, I'm missing a lot of fucking details here, but I'm just giving you the overall scope of the movie. And then the father eventually gets his wife to replace their maid, their housekeeper. They did some bullshit to her, like they made it seem like she was sick and whatever, and it was really allergies from peaches that she had. So they got her fired. So now the whole family just replaced. It was genius the way it was written, the way it was thought out. It was genius the way they put it all together and had the family infiltrate. It has its plot twist later on. You'll see that. The lady that they got fired had some shady shit going on herself. She shows up one night. So the rich family, they went out for like a little road trip. So they went away for the weekend. And so the poor family, they're in their home, in the rich people's home, just living it up, living the life of luxury, food everywhere, drinking their liquor, making a mess, enjoying the good life. While they were away. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the old housekeeper lady comes back, rings the bell, and says, I left something in the basement. Can you please let me in? Well, anyway, she convinces the mother to let her in. So remember, the mother's a housekeeper there. So she was the only one that belonged there. Not the rest of the family, because they worked during the day. So they weren't supposed to be there. So she let the lady in. And some crazy shit happens. They find out that there's like a huge compartment behind one of their shelves that leads to like a bomb shelter. So apparently the wealthy out there in Korea, since it takes place in South Korea, the wealthy are well prepared. They have bomb shelters in case shit pops off with North Korea. And anyway, long story short, I don't want to keep rambling on, but or maybe I will keep rambling on. Fuck it. That lady's husband, the one that got fired, her husband has been living, she's been hiding him there because I think he was wanted for fraud or some shit. So she hid him down there all those years and just fed him, like it was crazy. Like he lived in the basement like a fucking, like one of those swamp people. So he's living in the basement. This crazy shit happens. They get into this tussle. And then to make things even crazier, the mother gets a call, the mother of the poor family, she gets a call from the lady who owns the house, the rich lady. She's like, hey, we're coming back. Because, where they were supposed to go got flooded because it was really like torrential downpours. And so that causes that family to go back, and she's like, we'll be there like in 10 minutes. So can you imagine, like it gets crazy. Like they have to come back. They have to clean up the mess. Meanwhile, they got these two people in the basement. Shit is getting crazy. There's a mess. There's food everywhere. They need to hide. So remember, the only one that could be present there is the the mother, the one that got hired to replace the housekeeper, because she's supposed to, maintain order and keep the house clean for them or whatever. So yeah, they have to hide the family. Eventually they make it out the next day, and when so the father, the daughter, and the younger brother of the poor family, the ones that are infiltrating, they make their way out. They don't get caught. But when they make it back home, like, you see them walking home in the pouring rain with, like, they don't have they just have like their sleeping clothes on, because they were just chilling there. And so you see them, and then when they get back to where they live, like the lower class neighborhood, and they live in a basement, it was all flooded. It was crazy. Like, it was sad to see that. Like, their home just got flooded. They had to go to like a shelter, and meanwhile the mother's there, trying to like tend to these people. Meanwhile, they got like these two other people and fucking hitting in the basement. It was just fucking crazy, man. Oh shit, they're coming for me, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm talking too much. Anyways, so next thing you know, some crazy shit goes down. They throw like a big party for the kid. The rich people throw a big party for the kid, and just all hell breaks loose. But I think the moral of the story is, rich people gonna be rich, and poor people gonna be poor. Sometimes the things that you do to try to better yourself, it just shows like the desperation in some people, and the savviness, I guess. And it took them a lot of wit to think of all this shit to replace the people that they were, trying to take over for. It was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. Good piece of foreign cinema. So I guess all those years of watching kung fu movies with subtitles paid off, because I followed it pretty good. I wasn't lost at any point. You just gotta watch it with the subtitles, because I don't speak Korean. 2 thumbs up, man. I give it 5 out of 5. It's really good, and it earned what it won at the Oscars. Good movie, Parasite. Check it out. I just told you the whole fucking movie, so maybe you don't want to see it, or maybe you want to see if all the rambling that I just did makes sense. So if you want to see it for that, I'm sure I missed a lot of details, but who cares? This is my breakdown. If you don't like it, do your own. You're a fucking parasite, mate.